What's up, Mount Silver? It's just Mike here bringing you a Wi-Fi battle that I had against the average Joe YT, who is also a content creator for this site, so you can always go and check him out, or you can check out his channel right down there in the description below. So let's go ahead and get this game right underway. How about we do that? But while we do that, if you could, please do hit the like button if you enjoy. It always helps out the channel. Please do subscribe, all that yada 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 stuff. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start off with Cofagrigus versus Bunny the Crocodile, as you can see right over here. So Bunny's got that Intimidate, making my first attack gonna be not as good, but thankfully for me, I'm not actually going to be going for any physical attacks on this Cofagrigus. He will go for the knockoff, which honestly, that's going to do a lot of damage, and it is going to take off my Lumberry, so that's a little unfortunate. But I am going to get that burn off. Unfortunately, the burn's not actually going to matter because he has the Lumberry as well. So isn't that great? Anyway, he's going to go for that knockoff, taking out my Cofagrigus. Honestly, I didn't want to switch out into anything else because that would just, you know, be a free knockoff for him, and that's not fun. I don't run any Megas on this team, so that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Anyway, he's going to go for another knockoff. He's going to take off that Focus Sash on my Breloom. I love this Breloom, by the way. This is like my favorite set. I'm going to go for that Rock Tomb, lowering its speed. Admittedly, I didn't really have to do this. I could have just gone for the Bullet Seed, which would probably have taken it out if it had hit probably more than 2 times. But as you can see right here, one Bullet Seed is going to do roughly half. Another Bullet Seed is going to completely take it out. So if it was from full health, the Bullet Seed maybe would have taken it out with 2 hits. But if I had gotten ridiculously unlucky with like min damage and all that kind of stuff, then we would be in a little bit of a pinch. So he's going to go ahead and send out Spearmint the Ferrothorn. And I don't really want to keep in Breloom on Ferrothorn because honestly, like, Breloom, the only thing that I'm scared of when I use Breloom on my team is other grass Pokemon because, you know, Spore is just so helpful. Spore is just so helpful. So yeah, anyway. So he's gonna send out that Charizard. The Charizard's gonna come out. I'm gonna be able to, thankfully set up my Stealth Rocks on this Charizard as he goes for a Dragon Dance rather than another attack. I'm assuming here that he's thinking that I want to switch out or any of that kind of stuff. So he's gonna Mega Evolve. And you'll see right over here that he is going to go for, what is it, drumroll please? The Flare Blitz, which will give me that Flash Fire boost. Unfortunately, it's, no, well, you know what, we'll see if it actually comes into play. So I am going to go for that Roar. It's going to bring out Spearmint, which again, he doesn't want to keep this Ferrothorn out on this Heatran. So that's pretty much another free switch in for me, or switch out for me. So he's going to send out something else, letting that take Stealth Rock damage. He's going to send out Kesha the Conkeldurr, and Kesha the Conkeldurr, without an Assault Vest, does not want to take this Lava Plume from my Heatran, so ooh, it's going to do so much damage, but it is going to burn, which is probably what Joe was hoping that it would do, right? Because most Conkeldurrs run Guts. Okay, so since this Conkeldurr is now burned, he's going to do more damage, although I do switch out into my Mandibuzz, which is a physically defensive beast. So he's going to be able to take that Mach Punch ridiculously easy, killing off the Conkeldurr actually with the Rocky Helmet. Even without the Rocky Helmet, would have done it in with just the burn. Anyway, so he's going to send out the Aurorus, and honestly, I'm not sure if I want to keep in this Mandibuzz, because if this is especially offensive Pokemon, which most Auroruses are just straight up special, I believe. I don't want to take any Ice moves or Rock moves from him. So I'm going to switch into my Heatran predicting an Ice move, but he is actually going to go for that Ancient Power, which isn't going to do all that much damage. It's normally effective, but it is going to give him the All Boost. Alright, the Ancient Power All Boost. So he does lose a little bit of his HP from the Life Orb. Goes for another Ancient Power, hoping to get a second boost, but thankfully does not get it. It's only like a 10% chance. Anyway, I'm going to go for the Lava Plume, trying to do as much damage as I can, but I am going to burn it, so that's a good amount of residual damage. Since this guy's special attacker, he's not going to be getting the physical attack reduction of the burn, but at least it does get the residual damage. Anyway, so he's gonna go for another Ancient Power. He's just gonna keep on going for Ancient Power, but my Cofabulous is just straight up. Ugh, it's so good. Clefable is so good. Use a Clefable on your team. Guys, if you haven't ever tried to use a Clefable on your team, it is the... ooh, it's so good. So good. It can heal itself, it can do a lot of damage, it can buff itself, it can do damage based on its buffs. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, I actually use it for the aromatherapy. that's besides the point. Anyway, he's going to send out the Empoleon, and not wanting to take any kind of steel move from the Empoleon, I'm going to switch out into my Scizor. So, he is going to go for the Flash Cannon. That's going to do a decent amount to my Scizor, but it is not very effective. Unfortunately, he does get the special defense drop. So in this case, I have a couple options. I can go for the steel move, I can go for the bug move, or I can go for the fighting move. In this case, the superpower is the absolute best thing to go for, because if he had stayed in with the Empoleon, that would have been super effective damage to that. He switched into the Charizard X. I managed to get that critical hit, but it still would have done a butt ton of damage, right? So it takes out the Charizard X, and now I don't have any Mega to worry about in this team. So he's going to send out the Spearmint, he's going to go back out with that Ferrothorn, and at this point I don't really want to keep in that Scizor, so I'm going to switch it back out into Heatran, because he can't do anything against my Heatran. He can't do anything with the Ferrothorn against my Heatran, so he's going to go for that Gyro Ball. It's going to do a decent amount of damage, though, as you can see right here. Look at that. It did a decent amount of 12 damage. He's going to switch out that Spearmint, the Ferrothorn. Going right back out into Neptune, honestly, going for the Lava Plume here, even though he was going to switch into that, that's not a bad idea, because it is going to be normally effective, and I still have the chance to get that burn, right? As you can see right here, I just keep on getting the burns with this Lava Plume. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. So anyway, my Heatran, having burned it, I don't really want to kill it off just yet, because I'm worried about like any specific move that this Empoleon can do. So he does go for the Surf, and we'll see how much damage that ends up doing to my Scizor. It does end up bringing it down to 3, so it's just about to kill it. So very close. I go for that superpower just to, you know, finish that thing off. I'm going to try and take it out. I took it out just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, though I am going to get that attack and defense drop that I don't really like too much, because he is going to send out that Ferrothorn. And honestly, I don't really need the Scizor right now, but let's see if I switch out anyway. And I'm not going to switch out, right, because I don't really need this Scizor, so I'm just going to go for the superpower, try and take it out. I don't manage to take it out, but I do manage to bring it down to red, which is amazing, considering I have 1 attack drop. So, that's something. Anyway, so the Scizor is going to go down, and Spearmint's going to go for the Shadow Claw. That's an interesting move on the Ferrothorn, eh? Anyway, we're going to... I said, hey, I'm Canadian, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to send out my Breloom, and this is just the whole thing about Breloom, is it just comes out and it sweeps up whatever, you know, whatever's just left over. I like to leave my Breloom till like the very end, just because, you know, it's very versatile, and I like it like that. Anyway, boys and girls, that was a great game against the Average Joe. One more time, if you like his Pokemon team, go leave him a comment in one of his videos down below. Tell him that Mike sent you. Tell him that your team's great, and your Kinkeldu's named Kesha. Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, please do leave a like. It always helps out the channel. Please do subscribe to the channel by clicking this little annotation right over here. You guys keep on doing your thing, and I'll be StillJustMike. Have a great time on Mount Silver Battle. See you guys next time.